People have a lot of misconceptions about prison. How you talk is definitely one of them. So today we're going to get into talking proper in prison. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. The sun is shining bright. Your boy loves being outside anyway, so figured let's come outside and do a video. I do want to talk about the subject of just how you talk and just talking in general, especially when you talk proper as a black man. So growing up, I think I told you in like one of my main videos, I used to get teased a lot, and getting teased off things that I just couldn't handle. It's not my fault that I was raised around a lot of military people, and for the most part, when you go to a lot of military schools, they're mixed. There are just the most mixed of mixed as mixed can be, and that's just the best way I can explain it. So me traveling all over the world, I picked up different words and dialects and things from different areas that I've been to. I mean, I've lived in Germany, I've lived in Hawaii, Louisiana, I've lived up north for a little bit. Like, I've literally lived all over the place. So with that being said, people just always clown me because they said that I sounded like a white boy. Growing up, man, you talk white. Anytime I would get around my black friends, it was, oh, he talks white. And I could never shake that. It's nothing that I was trying to do, or I was just talking. I was just having a normal conversation the best way that I knew how. And people said that I would be talking white. I can even remember being in my room at times and like, how can I change the way I talk? Yo, acting a little bit more tough, you know what I'm saying? And then like it would just straight crack, because you can only pretend to speak for so long in a way that is not you. So back to natural proper Tay, and that's just what it was, and that's all I heard was just like white. But with that being said, like, I was ashamed of talking growing up because of things that, hey, Katie in the background, who's done finishing her video. But I was ashamed of stuff like that, just talking, and I didn't really want to talk that much because I knew I would get made fun of because of the way that I talked. I only felt comfortable talking around the other race because they didn't judge me for talking proper. That's how they saw it. I was just talking proper, and it's just crazy. And one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video was because I saw a comment the other day saying that how could I make it in prison when I talk so proper? What does that even mean? Like, okay, I get it. When you grow up in the hood, and you were raised outside of the hood, and then your family happens to move into the hood and you get around a lot of people, again, they're going to talk junk about the way that you talk. So for the people who actually live in the hood and they talk with that slang, it's weird when you come around and you're saying like, yes, and yes, ma'am, and no ma'ams, and just having respect and just talking and just using words that may sound smart, but to me, they don't sound smart. They just natural conversations or words that I've heard off of TV or from somebody else, or maybe reading a book, who knows? They're just words that I learned. It's not like I sit down and watch Jeopardy all day and just, I want to read a dictionary to learn smart words. I don't. I just talk, and whatever comes out, comes out. But being locked up in prison, I got that too, though, low key. Like, people automatically like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get that immediately, like, where you from? And I'm like, I'm a military brat. They're like, oh, okay. Because you don't sound like you from around here. And normally around here is like in the South. That's what I heard, but that's what I was pretty much locked up at. But you don't sound like you're from around here. And I get that everywhere I go, though. So if I don't sound like I'm from around here everywhere I go, where do I sound like I'm from? Can somebody tell me that? Can somebody please tell me, where do I sound like I'm from if I don't sound like I'm from nowhere? I just don't get it. But as far as surviving in prison because I talk proper and other people who talk proper, yeah, you can survive in prison. And I'm not just saying that just to be saying that. When you do your prison time, guys, it has nothing to do with your skin color, where you're from, how you talk. I was about to say sexual orientation, but that's not true. Some people will get messed with because of their sexual orientation. That's just what it is, unfortunately. But even if you are gay, that doesn't mean that people are just going to mess with you all day. What it all boils down to, what is your personality like? Like, who are you as a person? Are you chill? Are you laid back? Can you mind your business? Do you think you a tough guy? Like, all that matters when it comes to doing your time. Just because you talk a certain way, that doesn't mean your time's about to be hard just because you talk a certain way. It's all about how you carry yourself. And that's the truth, man. Majority of the people who get into incidents, and I said majority because you do have the select few who get picked on because of who they are. Of course, you have that sometimes in prison, but you have that in the streets too. People get picked on just because of who they are all the time. And all prison is just pretty much a big schoolyard. At the end of the day, they lock you away and say, you can't do nothing. This is what you have to do. You can do this between this hour, and this is all the time you have to do this and this. It's pretty much a bunch of rules and structure. So you put all these people into a building, they're gonna come up with things to do. And sometimes those things are making fun of other people, picking at other people. That it just happens. I can't explain it. Like, just think about it. Even when you're in a group with your friends, if you're bored, sometimes you just randomly pick on one of your friends just because you're bored. It just happens that way. And sadly, in prison, a lot of people do get picked on it sometimes. That's just the reality of the beast. And strong people get picked on too in prison. It's just what it is, man. I hate when people get this idea that, oh, you couldn't make it in prison, or you couldn't make it in prison, or even people who look at me and like, oh, how did he make it in prison? It's because I carry myself well at the end of the day. Like, I know how to carry myself in all situations. You know, like, you can put me in the hood, I can carry myself. You can put me in upscale America of the highest of the highs. I can carry myself. I can carry a conversation with almost anybody in this world. Don't know why, but that's just what it is. I guess when I look at it now, and it just came to my mind saying this, so it's not something I've always thought about. I guess it just has something to do with like my calling that I was being set up for, being able to talk to any and everybody, you know, that's going to benefit me in the long run. Hopefully I can touch somebody's life who normally wouldn't have had their life touched because they ran into me. They could have related to me. And I'm a firm believer in that because, man, I've hung around some racist individuals in my life. And when I say I hung around some racist individuals, yeah, I know they were racist. There's no way around it. But they slowly started embracing me. And I know it was just because of who I am. A lot of people have this perception about race when they never even met somebody of the opposite race. Like, I know people who talk junk all day about another race and they have never even ran across that type of race that they're talking about. Like, it's so crazy to me how many black people I get around who've never really just sat down and hung with white people, but have an opinion about white people, and vice versa. How white people can have opinions about black people and Mexicans have opinions about white people, and just you know the cycle, man. You know how it goes. People just have opinion, and your whole entire race gets caught in a stigma just because of what they see on TV. And some people never even sat down and had a conversation with a person of the opposite race, and that's just sad. And I got to break down a lot of those barriers in my life just because of certain situations. You're forced to be around certain people, so you just naturally have conversations with people. Sometimes people see you from afar and they like, okay, I like his attitude, I like how he rocks, and they invite you in their fold. It's crazy how life works. I just didn't like talking proper initially. Like, I hated it, now you gonna lie. I hated talking the way I talked. I hated getting made fun of because I talked white, and that's just all I heard growing up. Now I say it's just like me talking proper because that's just what it is at the end of the day. And it's all from, like, don't want to say it, but sadly, idiots who don't understand there's more vocabulary in the dictionary just than what the 70 something words that people use on a daily basis. How many words is that? I think I even looked that up one day. With the capacity of our minds and the things that we're able to remember, it's crazy how we only use the same 1,000 or something word. I can't remember the number exactly, but it's very minimal, the words that we actually use on a daily basis over and over and over. It's like sometimes we can expand our knowledge. It may help us in a setting or two one day. You never know. You never know. But I guess I was all over the place in this video right here. I'm not even gonna lie. I was all over the place, and that's just what I do sometimes. I just turn on the camera, start talking, and he's off. He takes off and he's all over the place. The main goal of this video is to let you know it don't matter what you sound like. It don't matter what you look like. You can make it in prison. Like, again, I'm not the baddest person in the world, but at the same time, I did survive jail by being me. I survived prison by being me. Going in, I thought I had to be somebody I wasn't. Not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, you don't. You just need to be You just need to be yourself, because you're gonna get yourself in more trouble by not being yourself. So if you go in there and you talk proper naturally, and you go in there and you put on a front trying to act hard, people are gonna pick that out. They're gonna see who you are, and then that's when you're gonna have your problems in prison. But just be yourself, no matter who you are. If you have a high-pitched voice, talk with your little high-pitched voice. Probably gonna get made fun of, not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, they're probably gonna do it behind your back and not in your face, and they're not gonna pick on you just because. Like, there's more adults in the world and in prison than a lot of people give credit for. It's not just a bunch of savages back there just going crazy every day. Like, there's more good days in prison than bad. And when I say good days, I mean like calmness of the dorm, the violence that goes on the dorm. Like, it's better days than people make it seem. Like, but the days that are bad, they go in now. But I don't know. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Make sure that you bless somebody today. I have a microphone and I'm gonna hook it up. These videos, the audio on these videos will improve, because especially if I'm gonna do videos outside, I'm gonna hook up all my equipment in the next few videos to get this audio better. Just because I just thought about it. I've heard birds chirping while I've been out here making this video. I just heard a garbage truck, I think, and I don't even think it's trash day. So I don't even know what's going on right now. It's probably about to start thundering and lightning here in a second, just because I'm out here. Matter of fact, I'm the little cicadas. I keep calling them cicadas, acadas, bicadas. I don't even know what kind of cicadas they are, but they be singing and making all this noise. I hate the winter, but I'm ready for it to come to get these bugs out of here. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But anyways, guys, make sure that you bless somebody today, because I promise you I'm gonna bless somebody tomorrow. At this point in time, your boy Tay. I'm out.